In the news tonight, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken state visit met with President Finale, government ministers, and opposition leader.
We're helping Guyana train police and reform the justice system to improve accountability and transparency, as you heard the President say.
And protesters tried to get U.S. Secretary of State attention on Dharmlal rape allegation. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken made an official state visit to Guyana today, where he met with President Finale and several senior members of cabinet, including Prime Minister Mark Phillips and Vice President Bar Jagdeo. The two leaders then hosted a press conference.
We're grateful to Guyana for co-chairing the U.S. Caribbean High-Level Action Committee on Food Security, where the country is leading efforts to expand small farmers' access to technology, reducing barriers to trade, reducing barriers to transportation. We've provided about $28 million in emergency food assistance over the past year. We're investing more resources in local capacity so that ultimately countries across the region can build their own sustainable, productive capacity. Like the breadbasket of the Caribbean, Guyana will continue to be a crucial part of this effort. Guyana is also an important regional security partner. We appreciate Guyana hosting Southcom's upcoming trade wind exercise. This is, I think, the 39th or 40th year that we've been doing it. That's going to strengthen the Caribbean's ability to combat transnational criminal organizations and other threats and respond to natural disasters. Our law enforcement agencies are working closely together, cooperating to counter illegal narcotics. We're helping Guyana train police and reform the justice system to improve accountability and transparency, as you heard the President say.
President Finale, in his remarks, noted the top on the meeting's agenda was food security, climate change, and Guyana's oil and gas industry.
United States is overall ranked our #1 export by destination, $2.7 billion in 2022, and our #1 import by source, $1.2 billion. Our relationship with the United States is one that spans many sectors. Our foreign policy, the foreign policy both of us pursue, is to ensure that our world exists in a peaceful manner, one in which the rights of every human is respected, and one in which we build stronger society on the values and principles of democracy. We share common interests in three very important areas, that is, food security, energy security, and climate security. As you know, Guyana is contributing significantly in all three of these areas. The vision of Guyana is to position our country to be a leader, a global leader, on energy security, food security, and climate security.
The U.S. Secretary of State also met with opposition leader Aubrey Norton. That meeting was held at the U.S. Embassy here in Georgetown. Norton said he raised a number of issues of national importance with Blinken.
We dealt with the general political economic situation in Guyana. I did indicate that the guardrails of democracy are being removed and that Guyana is virtually a one-party state. I suggested that we need to move in the direction of inclusiveness. In the discussion, I also took the opportunity to point out that there isn't economic freedom in Guyana and that the contracts are allocated in a very discriminatory way. He seems very much interested in us being able to have a kind of a stable situation after the next election. And I said essentially that that is possible once we can get a clean voters list and biometrics, among other things. So those were just some of the areas that we touched. I prepared a dossier which I delivered.
What we and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime, extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
I'm Anshul. I'm the manager over here at Brooklyn Institute of Vocational Training. We provide home health aid training here. For that, we have flexible classes, which includes morning, evening, and the weekend class. You can choose any class, whichever is convenient for you. Also, this career is now at the peak. This career pay rate increases from 1909 till up to 2109 now. I speak different languages, which includes Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Bangla, and our certificate is recognized all over the New York because we are licensed from Board of Education. Once you graduated from our school, you can work with any agency anywhere in New York. Our address is 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. Guys, I know the name is Brooklyn Institute, but we are located in Queens. I repeat the address, 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. 11419 is our zip code, and my number is 929-386-0092. If you have any questions, you can always call me, and I will be happy to answer all your questions. Don't forget to check our website, www.mybrooklyninstitute.com. Come join our school and get home health aid certificate, as we like to believe changing lives one student at a time.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Guyana today on an official state visit. As he entered the capital city Georgetown on his way to State House, scores of Guyanese and opposition members of parliament converged at the roundabout linking Mandela to Eccles with banners and placards singing, chanting and highlighting the rape allegation made against the embattled former government minister Nigel Darmelal. Their hope was to get the attention of the visiting Secretary of State, since in their view the state failed to protect the child. As the Secretary of State's convoy got closer, the chanting became louder. Guyanese vowed to take a stand against the allegation made by a 16-year-old Indigenous girl. Darmelal opted to resign as minister and member of parliament, mere hours after the DPP advised the police on Tuesday that no charges are to be laid against Nigel Darmelal, the then local government and regional development minister, following the withdrawal of the statement by the complainant. More Indigenous men and women are coming out to show solidarity with the young Indigenous girl who accused the former government minister Nigel Darmelal of rape. Some of them we spoke with said they were distraught by the entire ordeal and can only imagine what the victim is going through. Others called for the rights of the Indigenous people to be protected and expressed disappointment in the way the case was handled. Some of those interviewed said they traveled from the community where the child lived.
So as a young Indigenous woman, I'm here because I'm disappointed in how this case is going. The girl, she hasn't received any justice, and it's very disappointing. It's very hurtful to me as a young Indigenous woman.
On behalf of my children, I don't want this thing to happen again with my girls, my Indigenous girls. And something has to be done with this minister here. Justice has to be served.
People minister at that. Who should have been taking care of these children? I don't know if he has a family or children. He should go to jail.
She is a victim. She asked to go home. Is she at home? That's my question at the moment. Is she at home now, free in her village, moving with her neighbors so that she can enjoy the life, the village life that Indigenous are entitled to like anybody else? I want her to go home. I am asking that this child be released, that she can return home.
First time I heard this about this young girl who I know it brought tears to my eyes. Because this girl is a good role model in the community. But now this, how can she as a human being be able to live with this for the rest of her life? Everybody's going to look down upon her like an outcast.
Because I see advantage taking place on you would say the indigenous people. And our young girls, it mightn't be me because I'm old, but my grandchildren, my children, and great-grand might be there to face it. So I think this is advantage. It's time that we stand up for our rights.
The child was taken into state care. She was not afforded legal representation, and it is alleged that she was unable to make contact with her family. Many believe that she was treated like the suspect and not the victim.
Running late and can't wait to the gate? We got you. The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited has introduced a fast and easier way to make payments to your accounts through the GT&T mobile money services. Here's how. Click on the MMG app. Under Services, select Pay Bills. When you are there, look for the Financial Institution option. Once that is done, select Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited to pay your loan or make payments to your savings. Payments to the credit union made easier. GPS CCU, the credit union you can bank on.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to wash it soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Alfred Mentor Georgetown's newly appointed mayor took the oath of office this morning at City Hall, while Councillor Dennis Miller was elected deputy mayor of Georgetown. Mentor, who served as deputy mayor prior, lost his constituency seat. He made it onto the council through the proportional representation system. Addressing the council, Mentor said he would be a mayor for all citizens of Georgetown and not just some citizens and constituencies.
So as mayor-elect, I personally would like to bury the hatchet of that situation, of that past, and for us to put our collective shoulders to the wheel. Let us turn a new page and let us find a way to reach across the aisle and find ways how we could work together and be able to build a city regardless of who we're in a green shirt or who we're in a red shirt. It's very important, and I believe its time has come for us to be able to address such matters.
He spoke of working as a team to succeed.
For my councillors and friends, I have the greatest respect and hold in high esteem the highest elected office in this great city, and would like to lament it is not something one should take lightly, and I do value the contributions made by our past mayor, Pandit Hubert Ryan, whom I've worked with closely over the past years in shaping policies and leading us in difficult times. We strategize on how to keep the council financially sound and to ensure we can pay our contractors and staff even as we face pressure with little contribution coming from central government, something we hope to change in this term.
Coming out of the just concluded local government election for the municipality of Georgetown, the APNU won 19 seats, while the PPP has 11. Councillors also elected its finance committee, with Leland Saul, the APNU member, elected as chairman. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.